Apple finally giving us a budget iPhone that doesn't feel outdated. After a long wait, the iPhone 16e is officially here, replacing the SE series with some unexpected upgrades, but doesn't really stand a chance against the competition. Apple has taken 3 years to release a follow-up to the iPhone SE, which last launched in 2022. This time, they've made some major changes. The iPhone 16e now features a 6.1-inch OLED display, meaning Apple has officially moved all its devices away from LCD screens. However, still has a 60 Hz refresh rate, which might feel outdated, especially when most mid-range Android devices offer at least 90 Hz or higher. Design-wise, the phone looks much more like Apple's flagship models, closely resembling the iPhone 14. The home button is gone, replaced with Face ID, and Apple has swapped out the ring/silent switch for the new action button. First introduced with the iPhone 15 Pro series, the aluminum frame and ceramic shield glass give it a more premium feel compared to previous budget models. When it comes to cameras, Apple has made a noticeable change. The iPhone 16e features a single 48-megapixel rear camera with a built-in 2x telephoto zoom. This means you can get better optical zoom without sacrificing image quality. On the front, there's a 12-megapixel camera for selfies and video calls. While the camera setup is a clear upgrade from the SE models, it's still a step below Apple's flagship devices. The SE series has never been known for top-tier cameras, and Apple has focused more on other features this time around. That being said, for everyday users who aren't chasing pro-level photography, the camera should be more than capable. Battery life is another area where Apple has improved things significantly. While they haven't confirmed the exact battery size, leaks suggest it's around 3279 mAh. Apple claims this is the longest battery life ever on a 6.1-inch iPhone, lasting 6 hours longer than the iPhone 11 and 12 hours longer than any previous SE model. Charging speeds are fairly standard for Apple's non-Pro models, with up to 20 watts when using a wired USB-C connection and up to 15 watts wirelessly. While this is a good improvement, some competitors offer much faster charging speeds at similar price points. One of the biggest selling points of the iPhone 16e is its AI capabilities. Apple has equipped it with the A18 chipset, the same processor found in the base iPhone 16 model. It comes with 8 GB of RAM and offers storage options of 128, 256, or 512 GB. With these upgrades, Apple Intelligence is a major highlight, bringing AI-powered features that make the phone smarter and more useful in daily life. Siri is now more conversational and capable of handling complex tasks. Safari has a new intelligent search function that highlights key topics and summarizes web pages. The Mail app offers smart replies, helping users respond faster with context-aware suggestions. Messages have also received an AI boost, making chats smoother and more intuitive. There's even a new Photos feature that allows users to remove unwanted objects from images with precision. What if Apple completely changed the look of the iPhone? Not just a small upgrade, but a major shift in design philosophy. Well, it looks like that's exactly what's happening with the iPhone 17 Air. After weeks of speculation, we now have solid confirmation of what this new model will look like. A trusted industry insider has seen the iPhone 17 Air as well as the Pro model, and based on that, we now have a render showcasing its design. And here's the surprising part, it looks a lot like a Google Pixel. Yes, the rumors were true. Apple is moving toward a horizontal camera bump, and it's not just for this model. Other iPhones in the lineup will feature the same design. But out of all of them, the iPhone 17 Air appears to have the cleanest and most stylish look. Unlike the Pro model, which is expected to come with a large raised camera bump to house the triple camera system, the iPhone 17 Air takes a different approach. It goes for a much sleeker and more refined look. The design is strongly inspired by the Google Pixel 9, featuring a slim horizontal camera bump that blends into the back. This fits perfectly with its Air branding, giving it a lighter and more minimalistic appearance. Now let's talk about the camera. While the Pro models will keep their triple camera setup, the iPhone 17 Air will have a single camera. This is similar to the upcoming iPhone SE4, or as some reports call it, the iPhone 16e. However, considering that the iPhone 17 Air is expected to cost around $1,300, much more than the $500 SE4, it's likely that Apple will equip it with a much better camera sensor. We don't have the exact specifications yet, but it's safe to assume that this will be a high-end single-lens system rather than a budget-friendly one. So, who is this phone for? Apple seems to be targeting users who want a premium iPhone experience but in a much slimmer form factor. This means it may not have the most advanced specs, but it will still offer that high-end Apple feel. If you don't need the best camera system or the most powerful chipset, but you love Apple's design and software experience, the iPhone 17 Air might be the perfect fit. But what if you don't like this new look? Well, there's good news. Apple is not completely getting rid of its traditional design. Reports suggest that the iPhone 17 base model will stick with the same design as the iPhone 16 base model. That means no horizontal camera bump and no chance of your phone being mistaken for a Google Pixel. If you prefer the classic iPhone look, this could be the better choice. The big question now is, will the iPhone 17 Air be a success? Apple is reportedly launching it as a replacement for the Plus models, which haven't been selling well. The iPhone 14 Plus and iPhone 15 Plus both struggled in the market, with many buyers either going for the base model to save money or spending extra for the Pro. By introducing the Air model, Apple seems to be looking for a middle ground, something sleek, premium, and different from the rest. But will it work? That remains to be seen. Apple has tried experimenting with different models before, and not all of them have been successful. The iPhone 12 mini, for example, had a dedicated fan base, but it didn't sell in high numbers. That's why Apple discontinued the mini series after just 2 generations. Our Galaxy S25 Ultra and S25 Plus users facing another frustrating issue. It looks like Samsung's latest flagships are running into charging problems, and many owners aren't happy. The Galaxy S25 series launched last month, and while early sales data suggests strong interest, not everything has been smooth sailing. At first, some buyers were disappointed by the lack of major upgrades, but now a bigger issue is emerging: charging problems. Many Galaxy S25 Ultra and S25 Plus users are reporting that their devices aren't charging properly with Samsung's official 45-watt fast charger. Some say that charging is much slower than expected, while others experience their phones constantly connecting and disconnecting from the charger. Given that Samsung's fast charging is already slower than some rivals, like the OnePlus 13, which supports 80-watt charging in the US and 100-watt globally, this is an issue you wouldn't expect from a flagship device. Reports of the problem have flooded Reddit and Samsung's community forums. Some users have shared that chargers that worked fine with their previous Galaxy devices now struggle to charge the S25. Others mentioned that the issue appeared only after the first couple of charge cycles. I have the exact same issue with my S25 Plus. First 2 charging cycles worked fine. The issue began from the 3rd cycle. With the 5-watt cable that came with the 45-watt charger, the phone goes into a loop of charging and not charging. Anthera on Samsung Community Forum, February 2025. Even when the phone displays super fast charging 2.0, users report that it barely reaches 15W most of the time. Some devices even stop charging altogether, constantly switching between charging and not charging. Well, didn't expect this from a flagship phone, basically never getting over 15 watt, except for very brief moments. Brian Whistler on Reddit, February 2025. What makes this issue even worse is that it's happening with Samsung's official 45-watt charger and the Bundle 5, a USB-C cable. Some users have found a temporary fix by disabling fast charging, which allows the phone to charge normally, but at a much slower speed. Others are reporting slightly better results when using a USB-C cable instead of the 501. This has led to speculation that the issue might be related to how the phone detects fast charging cables rather than a problem with the charger itself. Samsung Natalia has acknowledged the issue and has promised that a future update will fix it. However, Samsung recently rolled out a software update for the S25 series, and it's unclear whether it includes a fix for this charging problem. Some users say the issue has been resolved for them, while others are still facing it. I just got my phone out of the box. It had 45% charge. I transferred all my data from my old phone, but it is not charging fast. I am using the cable provided and an original Samsung fast charger. Disappointed, I had a problem with my S24, which is why I got a new one. But this seems to be going backwards. Not happy. 10.8 on Samsung Community Forum, February 2025. The good news is that this problem appears to be limited to wired charging on the Galaxy S25 Ultra and S25 Plus,